All right. So let's set this up. Okay. Cool. Set this back up. Hopefully don't fall off. All right. So let's see. Now I am back. Been a while. Busy with work. Every day 9 to 5. Play. This later. So thank God it's Friday. Oh, I'll close up earlier or so. I finally finished Warriors of Bottle. Finally. This long to get through that. I'm here at the last chapters and pages of EndWalker. We're in Ultimate Duel. Look for Medion. I've seen everyone's clips that has gone through. Not my from go through. Wait, what's that? Here's more. That's it. Diamonds. Okay, here we go. Crafting material. Okay. Now we should see what happens in the next one. That comes around. Okay. Why do you need that back? Let's find this area. Let's see, ghostly figures. And it grew some difference. And hopefully I get through before the new adventure 6.1 starts. It's on 6.1, and I can actually I may switch over to Reaper and see how well I can deal with that one. See. Maybe I'll work my way and level everybody up, every other job. I go out to Hands of the Land, get my leather working out if it needs to. That's be a long process. We'll see. I can see how the story goes. Now, I already did finally finished Quarters. I did the Omega, which there was a lot to that one. Shit. I still gotta finish up Gaia. Well, I titled my last one of my first ones for that one, Who's Gaia? I gotta finish up that one in the first. If I can find anyone so I can finish those up and see. I'm a Father Savage. Never tried that. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. I gotta find a way to level everybody up to 90 at least before the new one, before they ever decide to increase the level caps. See what these ghost guys tell us. Ghostly figure. Is this Casper? I forgot. We got Casper, Fatso, Stinky. Let's see, when the vibration of the vocal folds, is still required to convey our thoughts and intentions. Here, I believe that the pronunciation used when referring to our people, though it is not entirely applicable given our present state view.
are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kafkad. Okay. Yes, Kafkad of the ear. Ear. Alright. So like shit. Sound like something happens after you lose your voice from constant yelling. Out of the way. Let's see. I gather your response to my presence is positive. Then, that is well, for there is nothing I wish to ask of you. Like yourself, we here are ether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. Yeah, this group is definitely scientists. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. I have prepared 198,712. Are those questions or what? I apologize. I have omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Now we dispensed with that corporal vessel long ago. We rediscovered a need for the flesh and have endeavored to recreate our earnest erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well known. Let me put that here. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensation once experienced by our people, which may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. What? They somehow cut your nervous system, your cardiovascular, and the reason to regain your corporeal forms. Yeah, why get rid of them? Do this, and then you want your bodies back. The brilliant end of our existence, of course, to die. They're done and tired of living in pretty much an immortal life. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to make ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinarius, but such a death seems inadequate. Traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. Oh, what's he looking at us for? What? She's the brains in the group besides Arianja. Let's see. We should very much like to hear of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Inquisitive and strong, sharp mind Ishtola has, for someone that is blind but can see the evil. Such an exchange of information would prove useful. Very well, to ensure efficient exchange, I hereby invite you to our home. To split his head from the body. Okay. Yes, the abode of the E, we were traditions prepared for our demise. Assuming your consent to answer questions is indicative of to seek approval of our plans. In this case, your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Just caution you, however, to be mindful of the ear wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. Okay. So we follow the boot with the white ghost. Is Pac-Man going to come up behind and jump away? Red So we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why someone so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. Anyway, we will find no answers down here. Let us be on our way. Let's go through this desert area. The minion. Light? That's what's showing. Okay. Then over here, what's up the other save point? Interesting. What's that left? Light fixtures? Over to our boat. Most of our computers you will find a main island in their domiciles. Though your physical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from the stone structure city. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain their bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research where it no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by some inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspirations to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival. I continue to engage with you still. So if he's intrigued in something, they continue it or they question continuously until they're bored. I'm currently in a volatile state. Rest assured, they will not They will not object for you to disturb their respite. The rest? That's you need only cast your thoughts towards one of the crystalline domiciles to communicate. So communicate by mind. Alright, let's give this a shot. We have to use our mind to communicate with it. Dang it, what am I thinking? What is it called? Telekinesis. I think is it telekinesis? No, telepathy? Can't remember correctly. Yeah, let's go here. Oh, man. Oh, that's a good stretch on the arms. Why we seek our end, you ask. If you wish to know, I'll tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. May I take one last image? With form, you can change its shape. Well, you don't have a body, so. Strange moment comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Really? You stayed all the way over there. Come on. See, due to your inquiries to see us inspection response, not really. No one came out. They really didn't give it. Maybe failed to answer them. It's likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They're not becoming concentrate either now. We're not there. Okay, a bit too long. I'm like, alright, let's continue on. Let's see. Its arrival. Alright. Let's see what the story has to tell us. No luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few here awakened. Okay. There they are. Just to Low Larry Curly and Shep. We'll go with that. Anyone knows what doesn't know who those are? I'd say definitely take a look at Three Stooges. You'll enjoy. You'll have a good laugh. When you need it, yeah, it's a good laugh. Been too long. I dare say their port since completed in orbit. Indeed, until Charlie brought it to my attention, I had noticed how unraveled some had become. Of course. Ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirements for scientific objectivity, thus I bid them awakening. Yeah, he's trying to figure out like, who's talking for what, because they all look alike. And thou art not. The absolute perfect form and thy divergence they afford might have such similarity in voices unavoidable. Wait, have you already observed the what custom for the travelers? One expected to do when receiving a guest in rather proper form. The hell? Okay, is he gonna do the same thing or what? Search their archives for answers on how to greet new people. They're really forgotten, and this will be really smart. Okay. Of course, food. The customers to serve food. Alright, let's keep going through this and see what. I doubt they're ever gonna have actual food since they don't even have a body. I don't have anything. So we do invite you to join us in communal respect. After which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If you have a chance to learn something, then I simply took it like, yeah. If there's food on yours, learn something. And now we can take jabs at each other. It's always good. Alright, so where are we eating? supposedly. So this was his way of replenish our ether. There's no particular name for it, but we use the word wrestling. Please observe what's it doing. They absorb ether, but I think it's actual. Well, that may be food for them, but not for us. Arguably. First year served versus sweets, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a little longer. Brace yourself again, but nothing. That's each starter. What he has to tell us, just as I had suspected, and particularly the one might recreate the ES form. World. This is what the told. One cannot simply generate ether here. Recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence. Ooh, excuse me. Much like phantoms of the recreated emerald. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So they're already dead. Alright, let's leave our smart-minded Istola deal with them. Like you felt ether. We don't eat ether. So we cannot absorb the deficiency in our form, it would seem. No, we're here for asking. Your mouth to say how very primitive and point. I think that many will serve that point to expel some but God and substance besides, long since vanished from our systems. You could not partake of your magnificent feast. Rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. Arianja in his own English style. What's of afflicting ourselves with your sophisticated ways? However, we could not fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to attain vessels of force, and thence to vanish? Not favor us with an explanation. Okay, I have no idea where I'm going with that from. Let's see, you flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Real, we shall indulge. In the beginning, when the yet possessed bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. From intangibles such as land to the intangibles such as labor, there exists myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. So they tried to free themselves from pretty much sorrow, despair, death, everything that will put you down and work. Well, but they were limited because they still had a body. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling. See, too short to enjoy unhurried life, yet too long to be considered disposable. We want to solely maintain the integrity of our bodies, demanded considerable resources. The longing we discovered how to become non-cooperative with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failure of the flesh. us change, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make great strides in our quest to transcend all limitations. So, scientists decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. So they found a way to separate their mind from their body, so they didn't have to eat, breathe, die, just continue living. And they were scientists, I guess, just build and create, but their world seemed like it didn't go anywhere. Let's see. That's to say, deciphering the laws of creation. How the universe came into being and explain all exact phenomena and thus predict the future. If we could achieve this, we believe that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. That's a big toll they try to take on. For every phenomenon, the beginning of creation in its very self, and every phenomenon with forth and predict the future. That's a lot. That's a big leap. And stars. Yeah. I have to skip some of these. I will fall asleep. Let's see. What do they find as a fundamental truth? Knowledge of said truth is essential to continuously develop. Learn more, we will share with you. No, we must print as they are. It would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are privileged of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. Those who have gone before, it is not our duty to warn them. What does she think? Yeah, those were, I guess, our smartest in the group, very mindful, inquisitive. Beautiful princesses, if you are resolved to know, we will disclose you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Don't seek us as a stone princess outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elagia. Why would they give us a name to on a whole area that we have no idea? That's in ruin, doesn't even look like there's land or features to tell us exactly where. So it's asking questions now. So let's find out, what do they learn? So what's this say? Flesh abandoned. Okay, Rihanna, what is that? Okay. What does he want us to do? Thanks, we shall head outside the abode. Alright. So you shall go ahead to. What does he want us to do? What do we need our help with? Where are we going? Shit. We're good far away from the group. Where'd you go, Arianta? Lightning. Oh, there. What do you want? Bye-bye. Jeez, Ariana went for a good walk away from the entire group. Let me go. The wellspring of regret. All the way over here. Shit. That looks nice the way they did this. Alright, you better have a good story to tell us why we walked this far out. There is one. The spring that you wish to investigate? No. Not to investigate. So, the pretense to speak in private. It is way farther from where we just talked to private. Even with the scene, we weren't this far away from everybody when we talked. We have established spirit hospital, those sensing the ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question arises in my mind. So faithful form are those somewhat. They believe themselves yet amongst the living. How do those thought this is possible? Alright, I'm confused of how he said that with Old English. Let's see, how the Antoninian has made contact with them while they still live. And has taken their flights until hers. No, I think that's. I'm gonna go with the middle. She also visited the stars of the dragons, and yet before either race perished in their entirety. Thus, could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra than had she relied on any historical account. Simulation. To theorize and find something to say how those two races may have met their demise. Or to our own Tamia perceived the emotions of those nearby as her own. A kind sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an entelechy. However the hell you say that. Okay, what else? Always before that. Rich. She possessed the power to grant the dynamists. My supposition that overwhelmed by their longing for that Minion did on these dynamists and ushered the dragons and yet unto their doom. Reason that she was also their cause for their destruction and death. Let's see, of course, such was not always the outcome. How many sides did she find already lost to you? In order to create a terrorist, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Okay. Focus now. And he smiles. Again, will I betray your trust? This pledge I did make to my comrades. Yep. With bringing thee in my coffin, I would remain true to my word. You, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the crystal exile. Once placed my faith in your chosen path, walking at your side, full knowing that we were bound for your demise. I see that you return the favor and abide in faith that I fulfill my own destiny. So early I'm just gonna go with and try to pretty much it's gonna happen what happened to Stinian. Say my death has come to you don't get me, I know full well I forgive. What's this music with the piano? Let's see. What moment might I stand strongest? After all that we've been through, I want to say this. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. My friend, what do? Let us join our comrades. Talk with Father here to hear himself too. We're off to the right. How far up? That's a good farm, that would be always. So wait, I'll do this. Okay. Teleport's still on top of Choco. With him. Okay. I've never done that. Leave the group. Stola. I found the wife.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
That's good. Boom. Got a brush from Limpbeard. And still smells just the 1880 beard oil that I've been using for them. Had that citrus smell, which is nice. But no, I ain't got no sponsors or anything. I just use their stuff for my beard.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle.
Okay.
Then suddenly, this particle began to expand.
Big Bang Theory?
Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, The phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp, but this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age. In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it.
So they continue to grow, get no new stars, will grow with.
Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost.
They never decided
No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir.
They never saved their knowledge in
Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators.
create the body from the subject
Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
She doesn't buy it. She ain't happy.
So that's your story.
You say stuff. So, each our
While
life.
I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
The music behind her is just
Are you suggesting
conviction.
that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Yes.
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain.
Music
I
on
would not
behind her.
be happier in ignorance.
Like she thought ready to go battle.
You stole a gnome!
You mustn't! The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
So they stopped caring and anything because they came to that conclusion? They're doing what they did failed.
Calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Riange.
And she's so much happy.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
Very different.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
Yeah.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn. Alive again, to know suffering anew.
I'm going to end the stream because I'm going to start to fall asleep. But let's get to this first.
True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Aetheris.
There. No.
To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friend's emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Do we get to meet Melion's sisters in the new expansion, in the new 6.1 set and beyond? What are her sisters and what are their skills? Would they be as strong as Melion? Simple. Let's see. Over here. Oh, I didn't bother seeing this. Okay, let's grab. Victory, rank, and loss. Right, here we go. Victorious one. Make our way to the light show so that Rianza have opened the way through. Okay, it's this direction. That's what words. Windows, faces, forward, clear. Over here. Support becomes like that's the way it needs. Okay. Could be a support kind of like on Opus. We'll revisit that one. Alright, I'm gonna have to cut the stream here because I'm just like falling asleep. Right? So another day, another time.